ahwe for yema akwaba eba power of a woman and a more money say power of a woman mo program ye di enyama bebre blogwo sine esuande sine ehwehwie ehwe mbofra na yesime ekoya babo ema ababo no ACP na ye ni ma omodi ye o society ye ma omo wonindie mba they are responsible and I know what you come once no betting advice so ama wo so aye obasma nene ye ma mesu kubi na go bet you come yo ye ma mi no ye fe o batan ayo batan ni nene say kola wo mi pa o hwe kola bi bre institution we ti so mo ban kola wa wo ni bie wa ya come dem wa baby on beda bi bi na hwe so ọbwa imma ti say ono ọbwa omo me vulnerable no upa na ọbwa nti ma me ye ni be kismo ye friend anti-rata we da se wonya na ohwe home based television the power of a woman na me the beauty agama anti-rata Amoako about home based TV or the power of a woman so
Yeah.
ohwe ye fe pa
Me that's that I also have.
okay but chuma we online because ya too di ye wo nyama we je any send o bank of in the site and I care for site network international na we ye no they say e bobon to be bre na fi so a o hwempofo e no de na we online ye pese ye won kapota we na ma pa e wo nso they must happen man.
Okay. Me that's very. Your friend Anita Ampofoa Gyimah na me ye Ghana ni aye wo me wo ogoni beka say rural area na a day na me ya na say me ye hwan. Well, I'm a woman who have set myself up say I will speak for the speechless. I would support those who cannot support themselves. And most importantly, I have a purpose, and that purpose that I want, I've been trying to light the fire of self-discovery, that fuel in the learning of other people, so that other people can discover themselves. And when I say other people, I mean the underprivileged, I mean children, I mean women, I mean girls, those that have been considered as the vulnerable. They are the people that I spend my time to come up with initiatives that will support them. So that is me.
Once me catch us say me or akuma pa la kuma na was say ni wu wa chumi pa say or akuma was so fam boa omo mu eva no wa wo ni de wa wo hiamwa e na obo mu la e ma me e fa no rate post Anita
Ampofoa Gyimah. Anita Ampofoa Gyimah.
no me da se ma me Anita e da se pa e say odi de Anita yi mother to be so the Anita they say or handle any papa or do person the soon do ni pan na ye ma me ye bet me a share careful site network no dia na wo ye cause you say o bank of o mama and no ni ma so ku be na wo ye.
So Care for Society, your war history, which started 2011. So we are in our 15th year. Wow, yes, this year. Now we started as a reading club. And this reading club was purposely for children in rural area. Like I started, I'm from a rural setup.
Rural setup na wa for our eastern region chibi just so it's na ban down
Eti Chebi ela mimishina yeshe reading club na sese na ebe ya ebe boamfra na wometumi akenkan na womude adesua wo book a womu kan no etumi atake decisions and as ede aba womu bra. Now in the course of this reading club and you realize say more parents were calling for help from communities and all that. So we started expanding our activities. Then boom, Galamsey is all over. Now the young girls doesn't want to go to school. they are being influenced with money. So then we came up, how can we help these children? How can we help these girls? And like you said, this, rural girls normally think that I just want a city. And so I know why yes. And I see myself as someone, yeah, will meet or such a place. And by God's grace, and a modern book, we are here trying to support others. So mine was like, why don't you go back and try to help these young girls? Let them be focused. Let them know themselves. Let them be responsible via themselves. So we started the program for Obanshesuo Initiative. And it's not Obanshesuo Initiative. It's like a woman mentoring a woman kind of thing. So that is what we started. And then Ade a meda before umpire na it revealed to me is what should really be the purpose for this particular thing that I'm doing. And I wanted to clear the notion. As in Ghana, Osha says, oh, yeah, a madia, then the men are alarmed. Plenty and all that, but that was not my focus. So when we say girl, you say that I am focused, a girl who is focused. When we say girl, you say I am determined. When we say girl, you say I am responsible. And when we say girl, you say I value myself. So now, if we have a girl who is focused, who is determined, who is responsible and values herself, then nothing can distract her. Whether she wants to go to school, she can do that. Whether she wants to learn a trade, she can do that. Whether she wants to take care of her children, she can do that. It doesn't matter whether there is a man or not. Life is not about a man and a woman. It's about how you make it yourself. I am not saying that, no, we don't need men. We need men. But because most women think say obema necessary bibia man, then they become so dependent on the men. And so obema no so ye adje tata man no abre no mu so ba na esa bibia man na frustration attacking him. Then they start to beat them, they start to insult them and all that. But I don't think that my husband will want to insult me. And I wouldn't also disrespect him because meaning what I'm supposed to do. And that is a responsibility part. And I know my self-worth. So whoever that you interact with as a woman, you get that kind of respect. So having an empowered woman, having a learned woman, having a girl who can take care of herself does not mean that you are to disrespect a man, but you are taking care of yourself, which is very important. If you don't have, you can't give. It's true. So you should take care of yourselves for it can for someone else. But if you don't know how to take care of yourself and someone is taking care of you, that is when the person can do anything to you. And so that is the purpose. That look, let's bring these young girls together. If nyame adom na betumi suade so that obeko wani wo feel say adesua no nso du baby na feel so hey ya na betumi enti me pese me kuta adwuma wo ye determine me wasua adwuma aya baby excuse we say sika ni fie say sika eni baby ya. And my question is sika ni fie na wo ko bema no pa sen no de keka bema no sen no de bema enti no so we determined to achieve and no me person me. We yes we go school. You were very determined. And family yes they have the plan or best support. But as I say, creative boundaries, yes. It's like oh your bar that the one of determined yes. You must be focused to focus to the ones what I want to do. Then determine. Say, look, I dare me the point me as when one and then be responsible. Every action that you take on the way, you should be responsible to that. And finally, you should value yourself. It doesn't matter whether you live in a single room. It doesn't matter whether your phone is not here. Just value yourself. Let people know that you are content with what you have. And what I have, we can't do any other thing to it. all those my classmates would be and say Anita, say me wa dear one year, who when you first me my off. Would dear
Is it brand now, brands all? And I say, yeah, baby, like, baby, what's up, baby?
wow, I didn't know that I was branding myself. I didn't know. In fact, friends now, they started letting me know who I am. Okay, to make a change, say, oh, whoa, program I work with me, but I am this. I'm gonna be in an African prince. Do you get it? So I branding myself, I do, but I think what I had in me was being content with what I yes, and then the focus, because I think after secondary school, 17 years, then I said to myself, I will not let a man do things for me. 17 years. Now my SSC results by my, but I was so determined that, look, I should be the woman that if I want to cut my hair today, I don't need money from a man to go and cut my hair. If I want to buy a car, I don't need a man to go and ask that, look, can you buy me this car? For him to tell me that, you wait, I don't have money. Next, whilst I want the thing to drive now. So then learn hat, then electrana. My husband better said, hey, Amma, or no, it's like I'm trying to keep up to what I'm doing. Always I'm learning. Always I'm trying to do something. I don't want my brain to be down. And so when you do that, people around you get to know who you are. They will even bring you the support. But when you think someone should do it for me, that kind of entitlement, and I have a boyfriend, and my boyfriend should know that I should do a makeup, and also the man too should tell you, me too, I want to do this. That is why these things comes up. If you want him to spend on you, then you also have things we want you to do for it.
Yeah. So you see, like, most women of today, omo ina, omo ageni say, what's them and shem. And them as say, opa de fa, uniska, unya oban hu na so bo insisi. Enti no sa no, akoko challenge bi e wo ho no.
Well, and yet money I would say, like a whole you are working. Yeah, taught us, and then money we want to rely on them. But there are the young ones now that a Gyimah or Penindia yen bear said 15 years and it's what the auto designer bag. Or no per se, the national service time on to auto server look. That is the problem we have now. Well, me phone I'm using. My Thomas on me dear. Yeah, I'm able to miss person. But this young girl wants iPhone or whatever the one more you see or Pele latest. For what? Just to take selfies. That's why. In fact, what pays me most here? First, when you are the papa be no more there. Oh, ni kapi. No phone, so in it. Like once me me phone. Send your laptop na maybe na look phone na me send the emails. They check it there. The papa web brand Excel. Me check it that. They check it that. And then the generation now one more a DNF and they don't have the means. So then they want to get it from elsewhere. That is where we have the problem.
Okay, so say some years back na ye ma menom. Ene ya kwano ye papa na hwehwie, omo ngo hwe ma menom. Ye na nam the same thing in the man na hwe mba no. Then they all kodane. Eja godane sana, I think say na my young girls. So person almost reflecting say those days no. Nema na hwe mba.
So if you look certain way, ubi okibia, I disagree with it. Okay. They say no na ye ma menom ye adwuma pa. She me say yes, asam you dey bia me ka say Emma, and I'll borrow this from my former boss. I said, Anita, Emma, yeah, mobo. You may be sad and say, Auntie, I don't lay mobo. Also, no, bibia ye no ejina mema so hwe tete no obema ka ofu modern na iwe drupa oba na obema na mbore obenwe aduane ama bema no wo fumbo sa paso na wo no ogwa ama ya ade ovia bakopra se nwie bi necessary tutu wo forma ema no na ye sash nwie waso anema wabesi betusie nveve ye oneni ko efom no ono adre ba bedu fia na sense ama dada mekai bucket for dada du dware ye eska shedare mu dada podwan no ba no si market farm le ba no no agele area na siso wa sa de da le nwen so te ase eda oba na kwa fom ni bi ha se da hwe fom ba no di menke ni ade ko ba na le be boa menke no dia kodwem apa kotrom apa so women were not there they were working just that now what they were doing no na nye se ene ya te se na petina ha busu wu a ebetua mikam it wasn't like that. It is also this paid job issues I say women should be paid near the no. It all boils down to this that whatever that we are doing in the home, and net meti has a meant to me you are paying nannies these days 1,500. Do you get it? It's at that time not get you about 1,500 and can also whisker. But then akwa say aye support omo so dey here dey ema ni ku eti na ye ma me no we adwuma me ye nana no we adwuma ba me kai we nana no tontoma so ti ase o tontoma ni bi le ye fom ni ade ni ye boa eniema ni ye fopon and you know those girls now they are just being lazy. They just want to take things for they are just being lazy. Yes, because you should work. I don't know where I picked it from. My mom is very industrious. Not a government worker. Saturday, one bar Accra, from Chebi to Accra, one beton yema provision shop. Mammy Babani Chimoya Bassa, Mammy Obi Awako school. Mantia said that. So the time of me back, I realized here 20 man. I can't answer my lack as a idea. You hear that pussy shop will be. Yeah, one resort, I said. So, they were working and they were doing things a ye wo mo so ne wo mo de. And then me ma me pa me fie na ohun bibi a I say we ubetumi aye ne se e kapo na mo boka ne ubetumi aye se you know they were doing things in moderation but and then no obi a penye efe oni bi kra opele bros e broso ntube sa baiwa kopo abaiwa onam oni Gyimah go ni bizu sieni obi a odena short as yes ade aso yete yep ni food be yete but we knew say aye nu salem
It's an no and then elevate to single parent nana. Sene bibia ne pen iPhone me pe ene ma ne board na uye juma be mana ne obeda de ama. O de ma we na ni sa ko babo is no atwe. Sene ma sane ni to single parent
it's
is na.
because mema no ono no enye bebre no why you ready for awone abariye. I don't want to go into that. There is this statement that counselor who am I okay yeah I think I buy into that cultural truth. No, cause oh yes side chick yes side chick or them man of the side chick or cause okay what I said yeah year to the moment I been your mama no or better than a year you're no more side it's no so woman will be down but population or yes side chick. That's a controversial statement, but I think there is so much science in that. And you know, say, who need them manity? Now, them man who prefer say, oh yeah, you know, your body is different and all that. The Lord look aside and Osemenye ready. Osemenye guru of course, it is wrong to abort. And you know, no, oh, them man be jail. Be over, sir. Was just yes, do was and the days over a man guy oh no better at Obana to Subai. So Obana Subai because Subai no they say relations with Piwena Beman out to the Piweno at Nebana from me. Yes, he said there is another he passed and it is not Beman amount 500 now dear you get. I say 500 it's the same muche. Obama on your magic. So it's 500 they say muche no the be my baby. Nti wo say ebisa sa ha o ma no ho ano wadwane. Do ye me ya say bema no wo mu refi say kola no so ye wo mo de ye. Aha. Nti no wadwane no oko. Nti no na ama sa single parent abeye the brace na ha. The demands from the men no ebi wa na too much. The man they are not willing to do what they have to do.
Okay, demand no say ebe too much sana who say baby na ba no oba no nti nye Gyimah tse na oye first because like onye ni na no wa spending scan na wa saving if I so be no ye Gyimah bi wa saving 3 months vet ni flip obedidi obeto de kama kwa no be ni no be nti be ma no oba no ko bi se be ma no sika ba ko min plus ya pay case.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And America said this is a man who is not ready for responsibility. And I say baby naba. It's yeah, man, yankupon boy and different when it comes to children. When you work Olana, it's like your whole life is about the child. It's bema no kopana, you don't have any option than to take care of them. It is wrong. But I think that a ma we need to plan our life. Yes. We need to plan our lives. And it's not an element because yeah, Western, yeah, man, Emma. Forget to say Western, yeah, man, this real. So there are positive things among them. You should plan yourself. That's all why you should plan yourself. And so say at this point, the war, may they are the word Gyimah. So no word Gyimah no be a may.
Se be ma ni ho that you transform it as Ghana na.
It's been my life. Baby, and say they were plan A up to Z. That's good. That's A I hear Gyimah.
Be be.
B no I make us I don't give up. I don't give up. No, I don't. I can be sad. I can cry. But whatever that I have to do, I must do it. Intimate say walk relationship. And then only first person. One day you, one day you, or one almost struggle. They are all in the system for you to learn from. Intimate so almost okay, be me on worry me na me no kwako have an affair. Intimate say pregnancy ba or ye bem or be me ba. Or ye bem or be sharp me ba. Usually near me na not one say forgive me o. Nyansa be man who can him.
The dressing is whip is big. This it's
You should be ready say wo walk learn you no kwa. No shall you. That's a wood to any from who's a bem or bottom what they only bends, but anya she crano. Me woman de cry, or bet she me mana de e be fie, or be so me muka cra. Some man wo ho pa. Just as ye me tap into them as most women. But in all, on the American say we need to plan. And you're very important. If you don't plan yourself, you will fail. But in case there is a mistake where you did not plan how pregnancy apart, you can plan. There should always be a plan. So I say one plan and one. To say one, there should be a plan, but then you say there should be another plan. There should be a plan. So wow, man.
It's yeah, obey Jenny Fanny says no, bisa say who abandoned. It is it right, say say obano anyam no be man egane jano. Na ebusafo ma so ni mo no wa wo no. Obetimi atakwala na ebusafo ma akoto Gyimah so ana. Is it good? It's good.
So nyame wadan. No wo busias. Ebe boa amwache wo ma. Hallelujah. So say ube umame no bechi wo bano. Na no na to woni ayede. Ati. Na fuwa kwa ye Gyimah. Te say wo ye Gyimah no. Ahye ni o hye wo ba no. Ane wa na no class ahye because once no mental health no will waste. You need to take care of yourself. Enti no abusuafo ahwe ye man Ghana ha ya ye na but say go say wo probia wo nya be mod school dey ye Gyimah na ade but so to me nya family e be so mo dia na nyame na adapt.
Okay, it's here go back to business. Care for social society network no. Is international no. Nipa ahen na motimi aba nipa dodo se na motimi aboa.
Wow. Enipa ya tumi aboa de. Well, the day mufra bebree. In fact, like I said, we started 2011. We are 15 years. Some of your success stories, you will be amazed. We have children that started with a reading club, and they now work with us. One from class 3, follow my JHS, SHS, Ako University, Bay National Service Class, and now they work with us. Which this is how we've been able to impact some of them. And then most, anyway, but we get the stories. Let me give you an example of COVID. Okay. When COVID schools were done, you see that government started with e-learning on TV and the rest. But then the communities now we work in, we realize that we need the shipping access to DSTV. So we came as a team. So what can we do to help these communities? And we contacted assemblymen, we contacted radio, and I will always thank Radio 1. It is at Chebi and Bosu Runabout.
You
Yes. Okay. Yes, Kumasi Bosu. We went there, we spoke to the manager there, and he said, look, this is a good thing. We started radio learning for kids, and we were thinking about, for the Buapa South and Fantiapa, and not knowing children in Bodjiase, how children in the Fienya were able to truly learn from that program. It was amazing. In fact, we started the program before USID even launched. And what made our program so special was that whilst USID, they did recorded learning and play them on the radio station. For us, teachers were going to the studio, interacting with the children. Children will phone in, answer questions, they give them homework, they do. Parents with smartphones will take snapshots of their work. Teachers mark them, send it to parents. Students, now we invite them to the studio, give them awards. It was amazing.
so they still do it. Mugusuye there be because of time.
Okay, and it's so interesting that Yejai and look, SM station, they called and said, look, parents are calling that they will pay. And sometimes when I hear that there was like over 60,000 just for that program. Just for that program. We had over 60,000 listening to us, phoning in to answer texts. And then when we come to the girls program, we are in secondary schools. That we go to the schools every term. Yeah, every term or semester. Then we have programs for them. Goal setting, career advice, sexual reproductive. Because the girls to say, and you're not here, a mom. Chitting on there, but to say, a young who are brought so we go to them and some would tell us their issues. Those who are abused by their stepfathers, those who are abused. And you see, sitting with fear na most no then or something.
Okay, tina wukasi go on the stepfather teaching Philippine na sat. And sorry be ebeda many. Me work on that story no. Man bia one ne ba, ono ni mba ada. Ena afi anything no me we husu one girl na da me say a year. Na o catch ba say catch obi na o catch mamia. Me pe wa katraba. Ti ma konsin bowu. Akwana se eye kruda of breno yar no na me hu chuma kai. Obega mo untini nka na me ye sa so ka na ne ma me etini enye gojina ne kineni si wona wo fa kwanto. Sorry, wona o fa abofa no. Papa no edinaye ema jise emu komu akwante de no mu se yapa ema ye say please edemu say onye se na papa de ye no oye pepe atu papa no say na yere ni akwa no omo bulu mu ase jom tu fifi ho no nti bibi sa na ye
Yes, sad. Na I mean how one dealing with issue. Also, and this is one of the problems in fact I have this year, many team, in fact, we've come up with some, we are yet to launch it, but because of this, I would mention it. We want to open hotlines that children will more go through this, and go through this should call on us, and then we will deal with the agencies that are involved. In fact, some of the issues, or I'm proud of her. Some would even protect the men here. But say na worry baby no all can. It is a no ko kan le big way a ona no mo apala na asi bisa. Inti sa woman why ade pa. Na ke no na ka be man pamon, there should be a system nanka e be receive wo. Se say you need be a okwa
Enti omsu tifia ma be ma edini ma ne tino ko no. Enti akwa no na say aye
that is at today how bad that problem. And so that is what myself and the team we are looking at. How do we help these abused women? Yes, there are homes that are dealing with it, but enough at all. And so we also want to join those who are in the system helping and also see what we can also do to do. We should see the bottom line is that a woman must be financially empowered. Se bibi wo nsɛm a ɔbɛna ntumi nteetee o. Anaasɛ nyɛ bɛrima koraa kyerɛ sɛ w'abrabɔ ɛnyɛ basaa. Ɛnyɛ yadeɛ ɛyɛ adeda. Wofɔ wo sika a tumi yɛ nea wopɛ. So wote ase, wode ɛnyɛ ade pa, ɛnyɛ mmarima na ɛma ohia ɛka yɛn. But wo ɔba no yɛ determined sɛ mempɛ sɛ ɛde hia me. Na wokɔ kotodwe anim kyerɛ Awurade sɛ ɔmma wo direction, obi ka kyerɛ wo wɔte ɛyɛ yie. So wote ase, ɛnti ɛyɛ mmɔdenbɔ. Na yɛbɛyɛ focus, yɛyɛ nea ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ. Wohu na yi deɛ ɔso ɔbɛtɔ bɛbra, wobɛhu akoso wig ɛho. Na wotwa wo ti te sɛ na so the person now what on tina salon. What about on getting it to what's every one would let you was it. Yes, all time for salon. To me, and met them. Stop. And so say ye here. Na ye near. Ye go back ye ho. And no, you won't have it for.
kaya de entime interviews de kwe ye. Ne mo na mba no me etime no. Me ntime nkwa ase. Ntime nyewe. We de mema adwuma o. We de say. No some man no. Say na wo so mo bɔ mo bra.
Thank you. That is, you are talking about confidence. Yeah. Yes. Almost say, onipa bia wo ho a, definitely bibi best bold. Oh, ti hoi. Ube edan di wo yambesho. Ask yourself, how do you overcome that? Ebi wo ho a, se wo ko to say wo ba me kasa wo baby baby. But over now I was a little bit jittery. But the point is, what's happening? I'm like, me na let me hang on this. So look, I have the gut form now, so I should talk. I shouldn't embarrass myself. That is the thing that other women are supposed to make. You should believe in yourself. That is a self-love that I talk about. You should believe in yourself. Forget about those who think that you are not beautiful. Forget about those who think that you are too dark. Say na nyame dia ma, how do you make good use of it? I'm not fair. Me and yes, no more fair. Me no be fair. So to say. And when it comes to English, I have a language, they be America say me, Marco school all right. But me member from so in and stop me from communicating. Meka, let me make the grammatical error. Ube to me achi me abetimi. Say ya grammatical error me yachi wa betimi.
Some of when
The fact that you would understand what I am saying is enough for me. Until you move the brain, I say a put so a and I say more as a ma and me just see a poem so a juma wig a bear my dear. adwuma with. Ɛsɛ sɛ yɛnya yɛhyɛ yɛn ho nkwa. Woyɛ ɔbaa bi a, go stand in the mirror and see what God has given me and say to yourself that I can do what I want to do. Nti no sɛ wopɛ sɛ wonkɔ interview bi a, prepare yourself. Read around whatever that you are going to be asked about. Ɛmokɔ a wobɛtie akasa. Atwɔ sɛ wotena mekyerɛ na onipa na ɔte w'anim onye nipa ansen wo. Ɛla wo so nti wabɛtena hɔ ɔtwɛn wo. So what are you telling me? Go and tell the person what you have. Wokɔ na ɔse nea waka no, ɛnyɛ a, thank you sir. I will be better next time. Wagya no hɔ. What will happen to you? We need to be confident in ourselves before someone will believe in us. But one person, one more. So can someone believe in you? So it's actually. So no matter where you see yourself, whether your parents have money, my parents were not rich. They were just average people. They gave us what they can give. But na me never ma we was casual and then it do gas the flow. And me no mo flow pa na ugu me sen ho. Me za on fa na ye daddy a wo ngele. Si yenye mo fe no kwan tonchen. Yenye mo fe na tonchen. Yenye bi a o ye tenten ana bibi. Wo wo ni paketu a wo mu vie wo na no sasa bi yes you. Yeah this. And so you just have to believe in yourself. So I want to call on women, girls, women that look, whoever you are, God has given you something that is in you. It is you that will let that thing come out. Anita cannot help you. And so you will talk to me and then say, beauty is good in it, beauty is good in that. Then you will start having a conversation. And then it will help you. Definitely. And Amobisuma, you can also know what you can do. And then you can do better.
Ebusafo yɛne Auntie Anita ɛna atwihwe nkɔmmɔ ɔyɛ opania ɔda society Care for Society Network International ano ɛna besosada other women institutions ne other organizations de bre ano ɛsɛ ɔba okukudro na ama no last word and fa ho hwɛ ɔba bi a ɔnkɔ school ɔno so ɛni nsane Gyimah even say auntie bi ɔnkɔ school ɔno a ɔni nsane Gyimah ɔno so ma wo to na so a single mother de ben na ɔnyɛ no fa hwɛ no ɔnni bi sɛ
Yes. Nyakopɔn wachi obiara bibi ɛsɛ sɛ wotumi yɛ. Wankɔ school, obi kɔ school, ne life le basaa. Obi sua adwuma wie, ɛma ɔne obi kora hyɛ dwa. Ɛso tumi ka sɛ adwuma wei makoma anim bio ɔnam. Ntimi sɛ wankɔ school, wonni saa attributes nneɛma yi a wɔaka nyinaa, ɛnkyerɛ sɛ the world has ended for you. Nyame adom. Ɛsɛ yɛwɔ ti. Wotumi de soa adeɛ, wotumi de tɔn adeɛ. Sɛ wowɔ mma, wonni biribiara a ɛsɛ sɛ wo ankasa wo identify biribi a afo so ɔbɛyɛ dɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ. Wo community, wo baabi a wowɔ nkurɔfoɔ a ɔyɛ nneɛma bebree, emu ne ɛwɔ he na wobɛtumi ayɛ. Ɛno nti wopɛ sɛ woyɛ no, hwan hɔ na wobɛtumi ayɛ dɛ akɔ. Obi wɔ hɔ ɔbɛn ho a, wo ne no gye nkɔmmɔ kakra bi ɔbɛyɛ dɛ wobɛtumi aka sɛ mɛboa wo ama wayɛ. Enti no, Nyame hyɛ ne nneɛma no sɛ, you shouldn't give up, no matter the situation. Wonyɛ adwuma nsɛ wodidi, how do you get to eat? Menyɛ sure sɛ wokɔ abɔnten kɔsrɛ. Sɛ wokɔsrɛ deɛ ɔne didi, ɛna ɛsrɛ sika. Sɛ wopɛ sɛ wole yɛ dɛn, ɛyɛ business. Na sɛ sika no yɛde ma wo a, na make sure sɛ business no bɛyɛ dɛn, wode bɛyɛ no, wodi mo no prɛ sɛ fa akɔgye sika no wayɛ dɛn, wasan de akɔ ato hɔ. Onyame koraa bɛhyira wo ama nneɛma ayɛ dɛn akɔ so. Don't give up on yourself. Don't just sit down. Don't just sit down and say, "Neni pintime nkɔ baabi a ma wo mu so." Ma wo mu so. Sɛ wonyɛ nsano adwuma wobɛtumi akɔ obi ɔkama di anaasɛ wopɛ sɛ wosua adwuma. Ba wonni sika a wode bɛba abɛhyɛ aseɛ. Sɛ adwuma bi ɛsɛ sɛ woyɛ wɔ hɔ ɛka ho a, wobɛtumi ayɛ. And ɛbɛkɔ so yie.
ahwɛfoɔ me da ase sɛ wɔnyɛ mmerɛ a wɔhwɛ home-based television ɛyɛ wawo program Power of a Woman na yɛne ɔbaa a yɛfrɛ no Auntie Anita atwe nkɔmmɔ ɔyɛ ɔbaa a ɔwɔ power ne paa wawo wotie nsɛm a ɔka no de sɛ power wɔ mu paa. That's the power of a woman. Ne nimdeɛ ne nyansa ne n'adom akyɛde Nyame de akyɛ no no, ɛne akoma pa a ɔwɔ nti no, ɔboa nkurɔfoɔ, ɔboa wɔn a wɔwɔ ne bie. Ɛda ase onye mmerɛ a home based nyɛ host Beauty Agama. Ɛda ase.